Hi students, so let's get start with grade 10 first lesson, background of business. In this chapter we will discuss the basic concept of the businesses like business concept, business objectives, consumers needs and wants, consumer needs and wants, manufacturing businesses and factors of production and stakeholders of businesses. That's all. There are so many things to discuss. So without further delays we will move on to the chapter. And the first one is the basic concept about the business, how the business is formed, the how the concept of business is invented or invented, or the how this concept is come to this society. Back then people are produce small amount of things they want and consumed it, but there was a problem. They couldn't produce all the things they want and fulfill their needs. So it is a problem now. If I want foods and shelter and security, and there are so many needs to us now. So all the needs we have to fulfill to live like a human. Okay, so if but I can produce only a food. If you think I can produce only a rice, I can produce only rice as using my whole skill or the best skill. I can produce only rice. So it is a problem now. So people couldn't produce all the things they want. So as a remedy to this problem, people started to produce a large quantity of good that they could produce the best product they can produce. Okay, so it creates a excess amount of good. No, then what the people do for this excess amount of good is, then the people exchange their excess good with others to obtain other good they wanted. Okay, this system is exchanging of goods. This system of exchanging of good is called as barter system. So first concept is barter system. What is called barter system is people produce the goods that they could produce the best, and it creates a excess amount of good, and they exchange it with others to fulfill their other wants. For an example, if a farmer produce rice and he want furnitures to his house, okay, but he cannot produce the furnitures. No, he is not a carpenter, so he need the furnitures also. So what he did is he bought that excess amount of rice to a carpenter, and give that excess amount of rice to the carpenter, and carpenter give the furnitures to him. So the exchange of the good is known as the barter system. The first concept is barter system. Allah, wait. Okay, so first concept is barter system. Even today no one can produce all the things they want. Okay, for an example, farmer produce even today the farmer produce rice, the carpenter makes the furnitures, the teacher teaches, like that. Okay, so this individual is either a producer or consumer in a different instance. So just go through these paragraphs and take the ideas. And the second thing is business concept. What is called a business? So this barter system, the exchange of good is built apart to made the business. Okay, so man need good and services from birth to death. They need the good and services, no? So to fulfill their needs, we need good and services. Or in every second every second we consume something. Okay, even it is a good or a services, we consume something, so we need something to live as a human being. So, what is called a business is an economic activity which manufactures or provides different goods and services in order to fulfill the human needs. Okay, so it can be a profit oriented or non-profit oriented. So now for an example, the government produces good and services for welfare, so the social welfare. So they are not aiming the profit actually, they aiming the welfare, the social welfare. Okay, so also there are private sector. Most of the private sectors are business the profit oriented, but there are some non-profit oriented private sectors also, like for an example, the people are like doing the social works or something like that. So you can highlight this part of this your part in your textbook. This is called business. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so here they have written the business. A business is an economic activity. You should write it is an economic activity. A business should an economic activity which manufactures or provides different goods and services in order to fulfill human needs. Okay, so that is the important thing in that paragraphs are the what is called business. So we have studied what is called business for the second concept. Okay, so the third one, what is it? Business objective. Every business have an objective, and or there are some objectives also. There are one or two objectives also. So for a consumer, first we will look at a consumer. What is the objective for a consumer when they're buying goods and services? They should they the objective of the consumer is to obtain a quality product at a reasonable price. For an example, they need the quality product and the parallelly they need it for the reasonable price also. If it is a reasonable price but no quality product, it is not fulfilling the main objective of the consumer. Okay, so they reject the product. Also, if it is if it is a quality product but not for a reasonable price, also they reject the product because it is not a reasonable price. Okay, so for a consumer that sort of objectives are there. For a business, what are the objectives? Let's see what are the objectives. There are main two objectives and three sub objectives. The first objective is the earning profit. For a business, the earning profit is a major objective. Without profit, a business cannot run. So for an example, owner invested in a business, and he or she has to get sufficient return from the business, no? So that is called a profit. So people wants to earn. So businesses, the main objective of the business is the earning profit. The second one is increasing the customer satisfaction. If our business increase the increase the customer satisfaction only, we can get the aimed profit, no? If without customer satisfaction, customer will not return to our business, so our profit we cannot obtain the profits. Okay, so it is also a major objective in a business. So there are sub objectives also. First one is increase the quality of the good and services. If the quality of the good and services increases, only the customers will come, the customer will be satisfied. Okay, without the quality of the product and services, customer will never satisfied and they will never come back, they will never return. You cannot earn the profits also. So there should be a quality in the goods and services. The second one is generating employment opportunities. For an example, imagine you started a business. You cannot do all the business processes
in your by yourself. Okay, for an example, if you started a bakery business, you cannot produce the buns, breads, and everything, and cashier works and everything by yourself. You have to hire employees, so it creates employment. So from businesses, it generating the employee opportunities, so it is an objective. So employee welfare, we have to provide various welfare facilities in addition the wages to satisfy the employment in our. So there are so many uh, other things to satisfy the employees, so like foods, accommodation facilities, transportation facilities, and medical facilities. Okay, so those are the some sub objectives of the business. So we have studied objectives of the business. It divided into two parts: the main objectives and sub objectives. So there are three sub objective and two main objectives. Okay, so now we will move to the fourth part, the consumer needs and wants. What is a need? A need is a human need means human needs are requirement that must be fulfilled essentially for existence. For live like a human being, we need to fulfill something. So that is called needs. Without the needs, we cannot live. We cannot exist. Okay. So for an example, the foods, clothing and shelters are the shelters. Okay, so those are the basic human needs. So there are characteristics of human needs. So first one is being essential. It is essential, without it we cannot exist. Okay, so the second one is being common. It is common to all. The need of food is common to all. No, I have the need of food, and you all have the need of foods. Without foods we cannot exist. No, we will die. So it is common and it is essential, cannot be created. Need will arise naturally. It is naturally, it is not created, it is naturally. It is like it is, yeah, it is naturally comes, hence cannot be created by the businessman. So being limited, it is limited. It is limited means we have limited of the needs. We have the food, we need the foods and shelters, that sort of limited things only we have as needs. Okay, so the second one is wants. Wants are the different ways to satisfy the needs. A single need can be satisfied in different many ways. Okay, so those are called the wants. So for an example, the need of food we can fulfill by string hoppers and rice and curries and ice creams, cakes, and that sort of things. There are so many things. Okay, so clothes also, like the saris, uniforms, shoes, skirts, blouses, like that sort of things. And the characteristics of wants. So the characteristics of wants are, it is not essential. If need is essential, no, so food is essential for existence. But wants means the how we fulfill the needs. No, so if I have a want of string hoppers, it is not essential. Without string hoppers I can go for another food also. No, so it is not essential for existence. The string hopper, the want, a kind of want, is not essential. No, then can you understand? No, you can understand, right? So this, it is not essential. The second thing is being diverse. It is diverse. It is different to even though the needs are common to any individual, the way they satisfy is different from people to people, person to person. It is different. If we have a need of cloth, I prefer skirt and blouse. You may prefer a frock, like that. Okay, it is differ from each other, so it is diverse and can be created. The businesses can create it. Businesses are creating wants, not needs. Okay, so you have to get it on your mind. And the fourth one is being complex. It is very complex too, because it is unlimited and diverse. It is very complex. And fifth one is being unlimited. The wants are unlimited. There is no limit for the wants. Okay, so those are the characteristics of needs and wants. Wants versus needs. So those are the topics we studied today in the first part, and we will see the other things in second part. Bye.